Hello, everybody. I'm here with Rare and Sleeveless to show you guys the Ace deck. It's one of the new decks from OP13, and it is really good. I would say it's probably the second best deck. And if you don't want to play IMU, this would be like the next best thing you would play. And this deck actually does have a pretty good matchup against IMU, so it's a pretty good meta pick. In this meta, all the decks that want to beat IMU are bad against this, and vice versa. All the decks that are good against this are bad into IMU. So it's a cool dynamic that is going on. So the leader ability is it has two abilities. The first one is on opponent's attack, you can trash card from your hand and give up one of your opponent's leader characters minus 2,000 power for the turn. Basically, it'll turn any card in your hand into like a 2k counter. It lets you play like a lot of non-counter cards without being punished by them not having counter, because they can always turn into counter with a leader ability. And then the second effect, which is what's good about it, this being a 6,000 attack power leader and having 3 life, is kind of bad because 3 life is nothing, right? Even though you do have like the extra 1,000 power, base power. But the second ability is when you have a Dawn, at least one Dawn attached, and you would take damage, or one of your base 6,000 power or more characters will be knocked out, you draw a card. So that effect makes up for the value that you get from like only having 3 lives. And then like the leader being 6k also makes up for like you not having 3 lives. So it actually makes it so that like you can generate a lot of advantage. And the way the deck works is the entire deck supports this playstyle of always having a Dawn attached and having like a lot of cards in hand. To start off, we have I Am Whitebeard. So this is an event. It costs 8, and this is what you play for the entire game. So what it does is if your leader is Whitebeard Pirates, you get to play an Edward Newgate from your hand, like no matter how much it costs, right? And then afterwards, you can take the top card from your life to your hand and then buff your leader by 2,000 attack. You mainly use it so that on your 8 Dawn turn or 9 Dawn turn, you get to cheat out the 10 cost Newgate. So which means you essentially operate as like a ramp deck because you get to play this 10 cost on 8. And this card is crazy. So it's 12k, so it's like second biggest stat line in the game, right? It's a blocker, which means like it's never gonna die because it's just a 12k blocker. And on play, you get to draw 2 cards, trash 1 card, so it'll replace itself. It's a +1, and then you get to attach 2 Dawn to each your leader and your character for a total of 4 Dawn. First of all, this will enable your ace to have like the Dawn ability active. So whenever something gets knocked out or you take a life, you draw an extra card. And also, it's just gonna buff up your board, so you can like swing big on the turns that you play this. Which means that if you I Am Whitebeard into the 10-drop Newgate, you're playing a 10 cost with an 8 for 8, and then you're getting 4 Dawn back. So this makes it a 4 cost. This makes it a 4 cost 12k blocker, which is kind of crazy. That is the power play, and that is like what your deck is built around doing. And the rest of the cards are kind of for support. So we have a couple extra Newgates. 9 cost Newgate, this is an old card. On play, you make your leader gain 2,000 base power. So you can go to 8, you can become an 8,000 attack leader. Or if you play, you can also play it off of the I Am Whitebeard. If you decide to take a life with the second part of this effect, you can, to summon the 9 cost Newgate, you can make your leader 10k attack. Your leader it's just gonna become untouchable for that turn. And it comes up a lot of the time. You play 2 Roger. Because of the way that this deck works, you play 3 life. And you play this event that lets you take your own life at will. It's really easy to manipulate your life so you have 0 lives, which enables Roger to have its ability active. So what it does is if either player has 0 life, if your opponent were to block and attack, they lose the game instead. It just means that it just turns off blocking basically if either player has 0 life. So it's really easy for you to like take lives with either your spell or by natural combat, go to 0 and then play Roger, and all their blockers are meaningless and you can go for game. You're playing these 10 costs, 9 costs, and they're all so big that it's really easy to set this guy up. This is usually how you finish games. So that is like your end game. How you get there is like you typically just play on curve. You want to go second so you can have your 8 on turn be I Am Whitebeard, but you can go first or second. Like it's not too detrimental to go first either. To play on curve, you want to usually play like this card on 4. It's Marco. This is a blocker, and on knockout, you get to draw 2 cards. It's really good. It's 4 costs, 6k blocker, already really good. And drawing 2 cards is crazy. And if you have a Dawn attached with your leader ability, you're gonna get to draw 3 cards, which is kind of absurd. All this helps you find like the combo pieces that you need. In this list, we have 2 Atmos. This is another 4 cost that you can just drop. It's kind of a tech card. You can reveal 2 Whitebeard Pirates from your hand and return a 4 cost card to the hand. It's wonky counter. It's not great, but like it has its applications. Then another one of the great cards that you get to play on curve in this deck is Yamato. 5 costs, 6k, and on play you draw 2 cards straight up. Well, if you have 3 or less life, which you always will. So on play, draw 2 cards, and then you get to give one of your leaders a Dawn, a Rest Dawn, enabling your leader ability. Really, really good. Like this card's crazy, and it has wonky counter and having advantage to both like defend yourself, just have your combo pieces. For Josu right here, this is one of the better Whitebeard Pirate cards. This is a Whitebeard Pirate deck, so 1k counter, 6 costs, 7k attack, and on play you get to return one of your cards and return something else on the field, 6 or lower. So this is really good in, like, for example, like a mirror match, you get to return a Yamato to their hand, or a Marco, making them lose tempo. In other matchups, you get to like bounce all their cards. It's not great against IMU because their cards cannot be removed from the field after a certain point, but it's good against everything else. And just it being a 1k counter, Whitebeard Pirate searchable, like, is really, really important. Speaking of searchables, we have 4 Garps. If your leader is Sabo, Luffy, or Ace, on play you get to look at your top 4 cards in your deck and add a 3 or higher from the top of your deck. It searches literally anything 3 or higher, which is kind of crazy. It helps with consistency. We have 4 Ezo. This is a searcher for a Whitebeard Pirate card. It looks at top 5. And also on attack, you get to like trash it from the field, and you draw the top card of your deck, and then you get to put back any card from your hand to the bottom of your deck. So it has an extra cycle effect, which is pretty nice. So these are like the searchers, and then we have some tech cards. So we're a blue deck, so we play through 2 pudding, 2 red rocks. I mean, these cards are just broken. Like, these are just generic blue cards that will be situationally good. The good thing about like playing bricks like Red Rock is that your leader can actually turn into a 2k in a matchup where this is not good. For example, against like IMU, this is like almost unplayable, but your leader can discard it, so minus 2k a character. Then we play some 2ks. We play 4 Otama. It's a 2k, but also if you have 3 or less life, you get to draw 2, discard 1. It's pretty good if you need to dig like really badly, you can play it and draw 2, discard 1. We have 4 Uta 2k. Same thing, it's a 2k. It's searchable by Garp because it costs more than 3, it costs 6. And then its effect is really good because if you have a character with 10,000 or more, this costs minus 4. It costs 2, which means that you can have turns where you go I am Whitebeard, spell for 8, play the 12k, and then you get to play that. You have 2 Dawn left over, so you get to play this. So you get to put up 2 blockers for 10 Dawn, which is really, really good. And then the last 2k is Thatch. It's mostly a Whitebeard Pirate 2k, but also it has an effect. It lets you like take a life to like minus 2k, minus 2,000 like a character, which sometimes you can take your own life just so like you can enable Goldie Roger to clean up the game. If you want to play against like IMU, which is like the other popular meta deck, you're supposed to have a slightly positive matchup, but there are ways you can lose. So what you want to do is, besides playing on curve, is don't be afraid of like swinging with your blockers and getting aggressive. Your win condition is gonna be to play Roger into their like go to 0 life and have a board where you like establish like multiple giant monsters. I don't think it's the best deck. I think it's like 2nd best deck, but it definitely has like some god curves into like the best decks that you just can't lose with. Like this card is crazy. This card is crazy. Like this card is crazy. So like just being able to abuse these cards is like how you win with this deck. And yeah, if you like Ace, if you like Donuts, if you like the Fraud Runbeard, you can play this deck. It's all the cards are definitely cool, and it's thematically it's pretty nice. Subscribe for more deck profiles if you want, and if you're ever in San Diego, come down to Rare and see this.